Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 146. Now, last week I said that I was going to come back and be passenger 57. So, yeah, man. Wesley Snipes. First, he was a notorious drug dealer. Now he's passenger 57. 1992. Of course, starring Wesley Snipes and Bruce Payne, Tom Sizemore, Alex Datcher, Elizabeth Hurley before we knew her as Elizabeth Hurley, and a lot more, just to name a few. Yeah, man, 1992, man, this movie, Passenger 57, this movie, it changed Wesley Snipes' career forever. I mean, because this movie right here, this is the first movie that you will see Wesley Snipes kick ass. Okay? I mean, you watch him in King of New York, he'll get punked out by Christopher Walken, get a good shot in the face. Hit him in my fucking nose, You watch New Jack City, and you'll see Ice-T whoop his ass. That's something you would not hear in a very uncommon ground, Ice-T whooped Wesley Snipes' ass in that movie. But this movie right here, this was the start of everything turning around. You see, you got Wesley Snipes doing the doing the ass kicking, doing the ass whooping. Snipes is the one that's giving you fist to face, foot to face. Yeah, from this movie on out. This was the start of his action career. So yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, this movie, and then you got Demolition Man, and then you got Boiling Point, Drop Zone. Of course, the Blade, the Blade films. You name it. Wesley Snipes kicked ass in it. Yeah, man, I tell you, this movie, yeah, people will refer to this movie as another ripoff to Die Hard. Well, I don't see it that way. I mean, yeah, you can say, it's pretty much like Die Hard on a plane. Yeah, okay. But yeah, other than that, it's not a ripoff of anything. Not a thing at all. Hell, Die Hard 2. You saw McClane take on terrorists in an airplane. Well, mainly at the airfield or the airport, barely in the airplane. Snipes, on the other hand, he's the one that was literally climbing over seats, throwing kicks in Bruce Payne's face. Okay. That is what you got for this movie. But yeah, this movie is about this guy, this former cop named John Cutter. It's a hell of a name for a character. I tell you, man, Cutter. Is that a normal name? I mean, do you know anybody out there that got that name? Cutter. It's a hell of a name for a character. I mean, you get a horror film and you call that cat Cutter. and he got that little job as a clown, you know. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, John Cutter, yeah, yeah, former cop, became security for anti-terrorist airline security for anti-terrorist organization. But yeah, dude is haunted by the death of his wife. You know, he tried to uh, stop a convenience store robbery, but unfortunately, the bastard took his wife hostage. You know, he 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 not gonna try to stop you, man. He shouldn't have stopped me in the first place. Shot his wife in the head. Yeah, he tried to leave. He tried to leave in his getaway car, but Cutter put him down. But yeah, he lost his wife in the process. You know, that's been haunting him ever since. You know, get his workout on, and that's all he think about. But yeah, you know, this guy, yeah, John Cutter. So you know, I just love that name, Cutter. I mean, you don't get no common everyday name like that. I mean, you could if you went to your Secretary of State office and got it changed legally. So you know, but you know that's another story for another person. But I tell you though, yeah, this movie about John Cutter, you know, yeah, he's haunted by the death of his wife, and he's now working as a flight instructor in the not flight instructor. Damn, how can I word this? I mean, it was like it was a class he was teaching, and this stewardess, she was showing him her self defense techniques. That Angie Dickinson bullshit that she pulled, yeah, she would have got people killed. So next time, you know, if she's ever in that situation, she would do exactly what the gunman says. You know, yeah, he was very harsh on her in that class, but you know, hey, that was for her own good, you know, in his eyes, you know. Yeah, obviously she don't take harsh criticism very well, you know. Held that little bit of held that little bit against him a little bit later in this movie. But yeah, I tell you. Oh yeah, you know the flight attendant named Marty Slayton, played by Alex Datcher. But yeah, you know, anyway, yeah, she'll take harsh criticism very well, but you know, she'll learn. She'll learn. You know, if you're gonna deal with a gunman on the airplane, then you do exactly what it says. Don't make no sudden movements whatsoever. Okay, but yeah, she'll learn. All right. So yeah, you know this movie though, you know it's yeah, you know got John Cutter. He's trying to stop this. Wow, this I swear, Bruce Payne playing this guy named Rain Victor. Is it Victor? Victor, right? Yeah, he's playing this character named Charles Rain. And yeah, what? ice man this guy is. I mean, the look in his eyes, man, the stare he'll give you, that death stare, the tone of his voice, the emotionless tone of his voice, and yet he will hit you with a certain charm. I tell you, this cat, whew, wow, you know, you know, he's not the favorite when it comes to playing a warlock, but this cat right here, this particular character, wow, one ice cold, sadistic son of a bitch that you would grow to like in this movie, but you want to see him get his ass kicked at the same time. That's some pretty damn good acting right there. That is some pretty damn good acting, Jack. I gotta tell you. So yeah, man, this movie though, you know, yeah, when Cutter gets a hold of him, it is on. It is on like a steaming pot of neck bones, Jack. Yeah, I tell you, this dude, Rain, he don't exactly feel pain, does he? I mean, I mean, like I say, he got that stare, that look in his eyes, that ice cold look, you know. Yeah, the emotionless tone in his voice, but yet hit you with that certain charm, that certain British charm that he has. I mean, hmm. Yeah, yeah, you can tell, yeah, this guy, yeah, he's not the type of dude that will give in very, very easily. He was in full control of this entire hijacking, this entire hostage situation, this entire terrorist act. He was in full control from the start. I mean, he may be handcuffed by the FBI, but Jesus Christ, man, this guy, he had his people around, some as passengers, some as employees for the airline, and Elizabeth Hurley's character, she disguised as one of the stewardess, the flight attendant, while his other boy was sitting right behind him, and then yeah, he had other people, one working downstairs. He just paid to serve the food upstairs. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and then he had another guy, you know, long curly hair. It's not even a mullet. No, that's just full curls everywhere. You got that guy, very, very expendable cat. I mean, he did not last long at all, you know. Yeah, well, your fucking friend dies. I don't have any friends. So, he got this guy, head right here, Cutter got him. Head right here. He got the gun pointed on him, you know. So, yeah, he got the gun pointed on him, pointing at Rain, pointing back to the guy. This guy, he's just like, but yeah, Cutter, he got him right here. He pointing at the gun at Rain. He pointing it back at him. So yeah, when the first confrontation between Cutter and Rain happened, you know, homeboy with the long hair, he don't last very long, Cutter didn't shoot him, but Rain accidentally, maybe, probably. You could say it was accidentally, but yeah, he shot him instead. But yeah, it was yeah, this whole movie, from start to end, quite impactful, quite memorable. Give you that line, that now famous line, you know, you know. Yeah, ever played roulette? Occasionally. Let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black. So yeah, yeah, you take that. You take that as word of advice. Anybody out there that would try their luck on the roulette wheel, don't go for red. Go for black. Majority, it's 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance, 50-50 shot for you. But majority, that little white ball, is going to end up on black. You know. Yeah. So yeah. If you ever at a casino, if you're at Atlantic City or Las Vegas or wherever, you could easily go to any area that will have a nice little casino resort, whatever, hotel, wherever you can find it. And if you want to try your luck on the roulette wheel, you better listen to what Snipes said. You listen to what Cutter said, you know, and always bet on black. So yeah, I'll take that little piece of advice. If I ever get my ass out to a casino again, and if I have some money, some real big money to spend or gamble on. If I ever do gambling again, I haven't not done any gambling since 2014 at the on the Super Bowl. That's the last time I try and put some money on something. But that's here or there. It's not now. But yeah, man, this movie though, you know, yeah, it may be considered, Die Hard on the plane, but yeah, at the same time, it's a very original, a very original concept. More better than the concept that they tried to come up with before. But yeah, this is a very original concept. I mean, yeah, he got Snipes doing his thing for the first time on camera, that we're going to see Snipes do his thing, and we all know where it is. If you know Wesley Snipes' career, then you know where his thing is. So yeah, got him doing his thing. Gotta go. Kick my man right through the door. Okay. I mean, yeah, you go from a plane to a kind of a police station, where chief, he's not sheriff, he's chief, chief of police at that in that nice little town. Chief Biggs, his station, Yeah, we have a nice little uh ass whooping there on the stairwell, and then you go to the carnival, amusement park, the fairgrounds. You go there and you see some fighting over there too. But I'll tell you though, you see that over there, and then you go all the way back up to the plane, and then that's where it ends. Yeah, Rain, he gets his, boy. He gets his, you know. Hanging at the door. Cutter gives him some shots to the nuts. That's it. This dude, he's still clinging at the door. Doors open anyway, plane is in the air, the door is open, Rain, he's clinging to dear life, but he's starting to slip a bit. Cutter literally kicks his ass out the plane, kick him right in the face, and there he goes. But yeah, I tell you though, this was the first of many, and it was a pretty damn good first of many. Snipes Hill knocked that shit out the park. I've got to tell you something though. When Marty was giving the head count in this movie, and when she got to number 57, of course that was Snipes. Snipes' character, Cutter, John Cutter. He was just sitting there reading a book. And what book did he happen to read? This very book right here, The Art of War. This very book, man, I tell you. And yes, I said this very book, okay? I mean, look, if you watch the movie, watch that scene, that little moment, very, very clearly, and you see not only he was reading The Art of War, but he was reading this very book. I mean, the same cover, Jack. The same cover, title here, the author here, which is, the Chinese general from centuries ago, Sun Tzu. I almost said Sun Tzu. That's a character from a Batman video game a long time ago. But anyway, and, this symbol right here, the cover, when I saw that book he was reading, I said to myself, because I hear about the art of war all the time, and I always wanted to know, what it was about. I didn't know it was pretty much like a strategic manual on how to deal with different types of confrontations. I mean, this you can use as everyday life. This is pretty much my life coach. But yeah, anyway, when I saw him read that book, reading that book, I just thought, the Art of War, I hear that all the time, hell, even Snipes did a movie with that title in it. Of course, the movie was not based off of this particular book. He did a movie called The Art of War. So, anyway, when I saw him with that book, I thought, Art of War, I heard about it a whole bunch of times, and I never really had the chance to go look for it. So I went to look for it one day. I went to the bookstore to look for it one day, and when I found this book, I said to myself, "Oh man, I have to get this." I mean, this is the same book that Wesley was reading in the movie. This is the same book he had a movie. Yeah, she's giving her haircut. Yeah, it's a bookmark. Yeah, she was giving her a haircut. And she got to him. He was sitting there in the middle of his reading, and this right here, 100% clearly on screen, so you cannot bypass it at all. The Art of War, Sun Tzu, translated by Thomas Cleary. So yeah, I had to go pick this book up. Not much of a book reader. I do read comic books, but now, hey, comic books, I have a lot of valuable information you can gain by reading comic books. But yeah, not much of a book reader. I don't go and check out Jane Austen or anybody else like that. But this book right here, I do read. Go through it from time to time. Check out a few passages. Yeah, but yeah, there's only book I would choose to read that is not anything that involves Spider-Man or Spawn or Batman and Superman or whatever. But anyway, yeah, man, I tell you, yeah, this movie though, you know, it's it is quite a thrill ride. It will give you a nice little bit of comedy. Wesley Snipes, he talks shit. He talks a lot of shit. Talk shit, back up the shit. You know. So yeah, this movie is indeed the shit. Yeah. So yeah, get familiar with this movie, Passenger 57. Awesome picture, very awesome picture. I give it a nice little 4.5 out of 5. You know, 4.5 out of 5. It's not a perfect 5 out of 5. It's not a perfect 5 out of 5. I mean, oh shit, you know what? Tom Sizemore, Slide the Vecchio, yeah. Talk about talk about some colorful characters. I mean, yeah, you got Charles Rain, the Iceman in this movie, you got Cutter. I mean, hell, Marty, she's a attractive woman, and she got the spunk, the attitude, you know, certain guys would like to would like want a certain kind of woman. But yeah, Slide the Vecchio, Sound Sizemore's character, Sly is right. This guy, he can talk his way to anything, talk his way out of anything. Got that certain coolness, that certain swagger. Hey, he's Italian, so he's going to show you that little coolness. This is a cool ass movie anyway. I mean, Wesley Snipes, he's a cool motherfucker. I mean, you saw him in New Jack City year before, and you saw how cool Nino Brown died. Yo, Wesley, he brought that shit out for you. It's a cool ass movie. So yeah, you cannot pass this up. You never sleep on it. Get familiar. Passenger 57. Yeah, like I said, 4 out of 5, 4.5, 4.5 out of 5. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, man, next week, woo, oh boy, I tell you, I missed out last year during Black History Month, but guess what? I'm going to hit you with it. I found her. I'm going to hit you with it. I'm going to hit you with her. Oh yeah, Miss Superbad herself. Yeah, Foxy. Oh, Miss Foxy Brown. Yes, she's coming next week, Jack. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, always bet on black.